Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDawgz.com for your overnight complimentary selection. If you're watching this video prior to 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, listen in live here at YouTube on episode 4 of Tales from the Ticket. Due to the short card in the MLB, I'm looking at the overnight numbers. There's nothing that fits a system. A lot of people ask me about sports, and I always say the system, especially that I give you here for free, is what matters, not the complimentary selection. Ironically, the Dodgers beat Miami in the second complimentary selection the other night. Mum's the word in the comments section. It is funny when I see no comments off a win, and then I see all these comments off losses. But again, a lot of people will ask me questions. Why don't you do this sport or why don't you do that sport? I do all sports. If you were a Dime Club member at the time of this recording, you received the Toronto Maple Leafs plus 50 cents this evening, winning 4-3. A Dime player makes $1,500. I had one play in the MLB earlier on my Underdog channel, which was Pittsburgh. So if you're a full-service Dime Club member, you went 1-1 and you scalped 50 cents. You put a dime up on Pittsburgh, you lose a dime. Then you put a dime on Toronto Maple Leafs, you win 1,500. You are 1-1 plus 1,500. That is dog value. Now let's look into the complimentary selection if you want to get access to the Dime Club plays like the MLB, like the NHL, like anything that I offer on my Dime Club. Head over to PickDawgz.com, click that Dime Club link, and you can purchase 1 week or 1 month. There were only 3 profitable teams in the NHL this season. Did you hear what I said? There are only 3 profitable teams in the NHL this season. Toronto Maple Leafs, which I had this evening at the time of this recording, the number 1 most profitable team in all of hockey. A dime player makes $1,323. Excuse me, a $100 player made $1,323. Followed by the Washington Capitals making $1,238, followed by Winnipeg Jets making $1,190. While those 3 teams are in the top of their divisions, you have Toronto in the top of the Atlantic Division, the most profitable team. You have Washington in the top of the Metropolitan Division, the most profitable team. And then you have Winnipeg in top of the Central Division, the most profitable team. You have Vegas in the top of the Pacific Division, no profit, minus $121 on the season. As a matter of fact, there's only 1 profitable team in this Pacific Division at the end of the season, and that was the Anaheim Ducks. So, with that being said, it's very hard to be profitable in the NHL because unlike baseball, where dogs win exactly 40% of the time, the percentage is much higher in the NHL of favorites winning. So you have these good teams like Vegas. They win, they just make you zero money. With that being said, the system today is the Washington Capitals because what's interesting about this matchup is Carolina is the worst team on the road for your pocketbook this season in that division. For Carolina, if you bet them on the road the entire season, you risked $100. You lost $1,445 on Carolina versus the most profitable team in that division, the Metropolitan Division, the Washington Capitals. So when I look at this from a just statistical point of view, no systems, doesn't matter who the goalie is, doesn't matter who's on the ice, none of this stuff matters. People were asking me about, in the comments, about pitching changes in baseball. None of that stuff. Pitchers don't matter, players don't matter. The only thing that matters is the line on the game. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to be a service play on the Dime Club like Toronto yesterday at the time of this recording this evening, but it is a complimentary selection to illustrate the fact that you can apply the same principles at NHL that you do in the MLB. Take Washington plus the 30 cents as your complimentary selection. Looking forward to watching you tune into Tales from the Ticket. For anybody that wants to donate to my charity bike race on June 20th and get a discounted rate on the Dime Club, head over to biketothebeach.org. Search under teams, PickDawgz, Pathy. As always, good day and good luck.